what the Biden admin thinks about the situation?
Principle of self-defense. We
No,
certainly.
I'm asking if you think that the principle of self-defense applies to the retaliatory, the airstrikes that they're conducting in response.
Matt, this is a very fluid situation. I would hesitate to comment on operations beyond, the rocket fire that is clearly targeting innocent civilians in Israel. So I would.
So what's up? Why is there? Hold up. I'm confused. So you do have a fucking statement, and that statement is on Israeli self-defense slash the only side of this that is inappropriate is like the rocket fire from the Palestinians towards Israel.
I hesitate to speak to specific operations that have just occurred, but the broader principle of.
Do you think rising tensions could develop into an all-out war? There is no all-out war, motherfucker. It's like Jews in the ghetto in Nazi Germany trying to fight back against the German government. Like, there is no all-out war. What all-out war could they do? There's all-out war if there is proportionate warfare. There is nothing that they can fucking do. Palestinians, there has been an all-out war for the entirety of our lives, and that war has been waged one-sided by Israel for as long as I've been fucking alive. Okay? It's like Palestinians are like a kid trying to defend themselves against a fucking adult with a nuclear weapon, okay? Sorry, no disrespect to the Palestinians, but like they've been living in Gaza in the world's largest open-air prison, as even the Human Rights Watch fucking openly states. They've been subjected to Israel's insane territorial expansion in the form of settler terrorism in the Western Bank, which was supposed to be the West Bank, was supposed to be Palestinian territory. There is no fucking two sides on this. Debate a pro-Israel person? No, fuck off, dude. I don't want to hear some motherfucker justify genocide, dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to give a fucking platform to that. You can claim that like this will reconfirm your suspicions that like yeah, let me fucking debate some genocide, dude. Let me have a fucking Nazi come in and tell me the Holocaust is fake afterwards too. Fuck it, let's have an open field on all ideas. Like what a psychotic fucking take. No, that's a goddamn waste of time, dude. Come on, dude. There's both sides, dude. Both sides. David Pacman liked the Andrew Yang tweet? Yeah, it's... You and I and all of us are watching colonialism happen right in front of our fucking eyes, dude. That's it. Zionism does not equal Nazism. What the fuck logic is that? No, but what the IDF is currently doing and what the Israeli government has been doing is genocide, okay? It's ethnic cleansing. It's displacement. It is a human rights fucking violation. Israel is an apartheid state and has been for a very long time, and they've consistently escalated their incredibly militant action against the Palestinians, which they have complete and total sovereignty over. And they exercise that sovereignty in incredibly violent ways. Okay? Incredibly cruel and abusive and violent ways. It's fascist as fuck. And it's ridiculous to fucking baby around this, to tiptoe around this, because Jews have historically been marginalized. Okay? There's plenty of fucking Jews who hate the actions of Israel. Stop being anti-Semitic and making it seem like every fucking part of the international Jewish community is monolithic and an absolute unconditional supporter of the violent genocidal actions of the state of Israel. How about that? Are you happy? Many Palestinians are receiving this message. Hello, you've been identified to have taken part in violent acts at Al-Aqsa Mosque. We will hold you accountable. Israeli intelligence. Because we were likely using a GPS system like the one for corona outbreaks.
Self-defense is something we stand by on behalf of Israel and every other country.
Do you think that an Israeli military response to the rockets coming in, a military response to the rockets coming in is covered by this broader rubric of self-defense, right?
Self-defense often does authorize the use of force.
Thank you, Ned. I want to ask you about East Jerusalem, but let's talk about what you said about the principle of self-defense. Does that in any way apply to the Palestinians? Do they have a right to self-defense? Do Palestinians have a right to self-defense?
In broadly speaking, Saeed, we believe in the concept of self-defense. We believe it applies to any state. I don't think that.
Oh, very interesting. Why is it again? That's crazy. So Israel has a right to self-defense. Palestine, well, it's not a state technically, so yikes. No right to self-defense. Sorry.
I certainly wouldn't want my words to be construed as.
I understand. I want to ask you.
This pussy is too afraid to be like, yeah, Palestinians of course have a right to self-defense. You know? Yeah, nice, dude.
I don't want to harp on this either, but the Israelis killed 13 people just now. Including maybe 5 or 6 children. Do you condemn that? Do you condemn the killing of children?
Saeed,
I'm asking, do you condemn the killing of Palestinian children?
Obviously, and these reports are just emerging, and I understand, I was just speaking to the team, I understand we don't have independent confirmation of facts on the ground yet, so I'm very...
Yeah, no. The accuracy of the data that we're getting from on the ground is just is questionable and debatable. You can't fucking say killing children is bad, dude. You can't say that. You literally can't fucking say that.
Hesitant.
That's great, dude. Nice.
To get into reports that are just emerging. Obviously, the deaths of civilians, be they Israeli or Palestinians, are something we would take very seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, right, dude.
You're going to know as soon as I read what your answer was that there's a big problem with it. You said, well, not a problem, it just doesn't answer the question. We believe that it, meaning the right to self-defense, applies to any state.
They were spouting the Netanyahu Holocaust revisionist take. Dude, why do I have so many fucking multiple month Andes in my chat who come out with this insane, idiotic fucking revisionist bullshit, dude? First of all, okay? Literally absolutely zero of that justifies what is currently going on. And secondly, Netanyahu literally fucking came out and his hatred for Muslims, specifically Palestinians, was so powerful that he unironically said and was condemned by a lot of Jewish leaders and thinkers for saying this, that Hitler actually got his ideas to kill the Jews from at the time, I forget what the Muslim fucking imam was. The Palestinians gave Hitler the idea that anti-Semitism was like an idea that Hitler learned from the Palestinian mufti at the time, which is revisionist, and Holocaust revisionism, of course, is the primary weapon of the fascist. So kind of weird that the Prime Minister of Israel was doing that, but whatever. Liberal Jews are fed a constant diet of fear by our community. Keep this in mind. We only hear the good and none of the bad. If we question, we are reminded about the Holocaust, and no other government can be trusted to keep us safe. Yeah. Hate follows your entire economy? That's fucking absolutely not true. You are mistaken. Hate followers don't fucking subscribe for months on end. These are people who have been brainwashed by propaganda. Okay? These are people who see what is going on in a faraway land and only hear one side of the story, and that side is a steady diet of fucking propaganda that they get from their own fucking communities, because no one gives a fuck about Muslims, but they certainly do not give a fuck about Palestinians. Even other Muslims will fake carry on support for Palestinians when in fact they don't give a shit about what happens to Palestinians. That's why you don't hear anything from the cowardly administrations of all of the fucking Gulf nations who set up wonderful new deals with the American government that in an effort to turn a blind eye to Israel's violent conquest against the Palestinians, which they have sovereignty over, so they could get their fucking nice little F-35 planes and shit.
State. Well, you see the problem, right? Yes?
Do you want to?
Do you regard Palestine as a state?
I wasn't
Do you
referring.
think that? Do you?
But I-
you,
but
you
it-
don't
but-
in the context of the ICC and the UN. So are you
and-
saying that you do not?
Damn, these motherfuckers are not letting this dude slide at all.
If
What
it
the
applies
fuck?
to any state, are you saying that Palestinians don't have a right to self-defense?
I was making a broader point, not attached to Israel or the Palestinians in that case.
So they do have a right to self-defense.
Man, I'm not.
no, it's
I'm
not that
I'm not in a
difficult a
position to debate the legalities
right.
from up here. What our message is one of de-escalation.
All right.